Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will see the next part of instance-based learning, that is probability and Bayes theorem. So, Neve Bayes is one of the scientists, we can say, or is the founder of the Bayes theorem, in which we can calculate the probability of a correct hypothesis from the multiple hypotheses provided in hypothesis space H. So before this, we will revise what is meant by hypothesis. So hypothesis is a thing. Suppose we have given two classes. First class is positive class and second class is negative class. And we have to classify both the classes. Then we have to draw such a hypothesis which will classify maximum possible uh, number of positive things and negative things. So for this, we may have number of hypotheses, and the all set of hypothesis is known as hypothesis space, and which is denoted by capital H. And the hypothesis which you have chosen to segregate or to classify the data, to classify the positive and negative things from one another, that hypothesis is known as, or that hypothesis is indicated by small letter h. So this is the overall idea about hypothesis. Basically, hypothesis is a concept, or hypothesis is a function which will classify the data, or which will work as formula, or which will work as a method for a particular given problem. So we cannot say that there is a particular definition for the hypothesis. It will work for different problems. Now, Bayes theorem is the theorem which gives us a single h, that is small h, from the capital H, and the probability of that small h is correct from capital H, that we can calculate by using the Bayes theorem. Now let's see what is meant by Bayes theorem. In machine learning, we are often interested in determining the best hypothesis from space H, given the observed training data D. Now the training data is denoted by D, capital D, and H, capital H, is the hypothesis space. This contains number of hypotheses to solve the given problem. We have taken problem of classification, that we are having two classes and we have to classify the data by using the hypothesis. For that, we can draw any number of small h from capital H, but we have to choose single small h from the capital H, which will segregate, which will classify correctly, or which will give more accurate result. One way to specify what we mean by the best hypothesis is to say that we demand the most probable hypothesis given the data D plus any initial knowledge about prior probabilities of various hypotheses in H. Like we are having capital H in which multiple small h are present. So what we have to do is we have to calculate the prior probability. Prior probability means, suppose we will consider H1, H2, H3, H4 and H5, small h in capital H. Means one capital H contains 5 small h. That means 5 hypotheses are present over there. So all the hypotheses are named as H1, H2, H3, H4 and H5. Now we have to choose the correct hypothesis among these. So we will consider first H1 and we will classify the data. We will draw a line named H1 and we will check how many positive points are at one side and how many negative points are at one side. Then we will take second hypothesis, that is H2. Then we will check how many positive points are one side and how many negative points are one side. Likewise, we will do for H3, H4 and H5. After doing all these things, we will check how many positive points are there in the example and how many negative points are there. And in that, which hypothesis gives us correct or more accurate result. No hypothesis will give you correct result, but we can check or we can go for the accuracy. So which hypothesis is giving more accurate result, that hypothesis we will consider as the best hypothesis for the given problem. So we have to calculate the prior probability that which hypothesis will work correct. That amount or that number we have to give, that 20% I can say that this hypothesis will work better, 40% I will say that this hypothesis will work correct. This is known as prior probability. Prior in the sense, before going to uh, work onto the problem, you have to give the probability. That is known as prior probability. Means prior to solve the example. Before solving the example, if you are giving the probability, then that is known as the prior probability. Bayes theorem provides a direct method for calculating such probabilities. More precisely, Bayes theorem provides a way to calculate the probability of hypothesis based on its prior probability. The probabilities of observing various data given the hypothesis and the observed data itself. To define Bayes theorem precisely, let us first introduce a little notation. So the Bayes theorem is actually about calculating the prior probability from the given problem, and it will done by using the data given to the hypothesis and whatever the data observed by the learning algorithm. On the basis of that, one has to define, or one has to so the probability is calculated by observing various data given the hypothesis and observed data itself. So any learning algorithm will learn from the past history provided to it or the data set we have given to it. On the basis of that only, the learning algorithm will learn the things. To define Bayes theorem precisely, let us first introduce a little notation. Suppose P of H to denote the initial probability that hypothesis H holds before we have observed the training data. Means before observing the training data, if you are choosing a hypothesis, then the probability of that hypothesis will be P of H. Then P of H is often called the prior probability of H. As I said before some time, that prior probability is the concept where we can say that before observing the data or before working onto the data, if we are choosing the hypothesis, then that probability or that hypothesis will work correct. That probability is known as prior probability, and it may reflect any background knowledge we have about the chance that H is a correct hypothesis. So while considering prior probability, we cannot say that the hypothesis we are choosing to solve this problem that will work correctly or that will give more accurate result. We cannot say this because this is the prior probability. And when we calculate actual probability by using the formula given for the Bayes theorem, so we can definitely say that that hypothesis will work correctly or that hypothesis will give accurate result for this given problem. So if we have no such prior knowledge, then we might simply assign the same prior probability to each candidate's hypothesis. Similarly, we will write P of D to denote prior probability that training data will be observed. Now the thing is, if you observe the training data and then you are choosing choosing the hypothesis, then that hypothesis is known as or that probability is known as P of D, which will denote prior probability but by observing the data. So the thing is, if you are considering P of H only, then that means you are calculating or you are saying the probability of the hypothesis but before observing the data. If you are writing P of D, so it means you are writing a prior probability but by observing the data. Now the thing is, next we will write P of D H. P of D H. So it means that P of probability of the correct hypothesis among or probability of the correct hypothesis by observing the data D. To denote the probability of observing data given some world in which hypothesis H holds. So the term P of DH indicates that probability of the hypothesis which were correctly by observing the data. This is the terminology beyond the P of DH. Now, more generally, we write P of XY to denote the probability of X given Y. Means the problem is X or the data given is X, and you are finding the output, you are solving the problem and you are getting the output is Y. So to denote the probability of X given Y, in machine learning problems, we are interested in probability of P of HD that holds given observed training data D. Means when we calculate P of HD, so what it means, we are finding a particular hypothesis from the data given D by observing the data. So this is known as P of HD, where H holds the given the observed training data D. So the data D we are having, we are observing that data and we are finalizing one hypothesis which will solve the problem, which will give more accuracy for that problem, and that notation is denoted by P of HD. Now P of HD is called as a posterior probability of H because it reflects our confidence that H holds after we have seen the training data D. As I said before some time that when we calculate the prior probability, so we cannot confidently say that that hypothesis will work correct, that hypothesis will give correct result, correct accuracy or more accuracy for the given problem. But by using the Bayes theorem, when we calculate posterior probability, so we can confidently say that hypothesis will work correct for the given problem, or that hypothesis will give more accurate result for the correct problem. Now P of HD is called as a posterior probability of H, where we can say that H is such a hypothesis from the multiple number of hypotheses which is known as capital H, and we have observed the training data that is capital D. Now notice the posterior probability P of HD reflects the influence of the training data D, in contrast to the prior probability of P of H, which is independent of the D. Now to calculate posterior probability, we have to calculate first three more probabilities. That is P of DH, which we have seen before some time, that uh, we have observed the data, and on the basis of that we have calculated or we have defined one hypothesis. Then P of H is the prior probability that we have calculated before observing the data, and P of D is the marginal probability, that is the data or the influence of the training data. So these are some terms used in Bayes theorem, and by using these terms we have to calculate the probabilities that one will work best for that given problem. Now some terminologies related to conditional probability. Suppose we have given two classes A and B, and we have to find out the probability of uh, A provided by B. Means when the data of B is provided, you have to find out the probability of A. So how to find out that? So P of A B means probability of A provided B is equal to P of A intersection B divided by P of B. Now we have two classes where total 100 students are there, and what we have to do is total 100 students, but class A contains 40 students, class B contains 40 students, and intersection is 20, means total class A contains 60 students and class B contains 60 students. But from the class A only 40 students are there and intersection 20 students are there. Now what we have to do is we have to calculate the P of B. So the B class contains 60 students, so we are writing like 60 divided by 100. Then we are having the intersection is 20, so 20 divided by 100. Then the total probability is P of A provided by B is equal to 0.2 divided by 0.6. So the answer will be 0.33. So this is one example of Bayes theorem or conditional probability, we can say. We will see one more example so that the idea of Bayes theorem will get clear. So Bayes theorem example is there. Now suppose we are having playing cards and we have to find out the probability of card is king. So total 52 cards are there in which 12 are face cards. See, in card sets or playing card set, total 52 cards are there in which total 12 cards are there which are face cards. Okay. So what we have to do is when we pick one card from the 52 cards, then what is the probability that that card is king card? That we have to find out. Now king card among face card, that we have to find out. So P of king provided face is equal to P of face provided king into P of king divided by P of face. So total 12 face cards are there, so we will write 12 divided by 12 into 4 are there which are the king face cards, so 4 divided by 52 we will write. Then total 12 cards are face cards, so 12 divided by 52 will be face cards. So by calculating this example we will get the answer is equal to 1 divided by 3. So it means that if you are picking any face card, so the probability of getting king card is 1 out of 3. Means if you are picking any 3 cards, there should be one, at least one king face card. So this is the probability of getting the king card from the total 52 cards from the playing card. So this is the example of Bayes theorem. So this is the overall idea about probability and the Bayes theorem. I have taken only one example here, but you can consider when we have to give the probability, when we have to give the percentage for the accuracy of the result, percentage for the any calculation, then you can go for the Bayes theorem from the machine learning algorithm. Thank you.